Welcome to This Week in Colorado Soccer, podcast style this time around, Coach. 2025 season upon us. Lots going on. First match is tonight, Colorado College. Exhibition game, but a good chance with all the new players and everything to kind of kick the tires and see what you got.
Yeah, I mean, we only carry 24 players, and 12 of them are new. So it'll be 12. Now, obviously, some of them, as you know, Eric, were with us in the spring, some of our transfers. But the majority of the group, the 6 freshmen and another transfer, all showed up this summer. So it'll be their first chance to be up on Prentice Field under the lights, and it'll be a good evening against a solid Colorado College squad to see how it goes tonight.
You know, obviously, you lost a lot of good players, but then also now, kind of with the transfer portal, it's different. The game has changed. Not only do you lose players, but you're also able to reload. And in typical CU fashion, of course, you've brought back the kids that left the state, explored the world, and now they're with open arms back in their buffs again. Talk a little bit about some of the players that you got coming in.
Yeah, we're excited. We got 5 at semester. All players that we're very familiar with from local clubs, and we recruited on the front end. Riley McDonald is sisters and a lot of connections to CU. She was at LSU for 1 semester, and she came back in semester. Kaylee Swearenga was there for 2 years, or a year and a half, I guess, an outside back, and had a really good stretch there at LSU. So we're excited to get her to add to the back with the players that we lost. As you know, we could probably talk about that. Lexi Meyer, another player, another local player, played for Colorado Rapids, played club soccer with Jace Hawley. Very familiar with her. She played her freshman year at Alabama, and we were excited to get her back. Jordan Whitaker, a Colorado Rush product, went out to TCU, a left back, left center back, once again, to help us out in the back, because that was an area that we're definitely thin in. And we're excited to get her in. And then Reagan Kotschow, for our local podcasters, probably familiar with her dad. Richie Kotschow is a bit of a Rapids legend and played in MLS for a long time. But Reagan was at Washington State, so obviously we competed her back in the Pac-12 days. And we're excited to get them back. And they all had a great spring and have had a great preseason so far. So we have 10 Colorado players out of our 24 this year. So we're excited to represent.
Yeah, I'm officially old now because back in 2000, 2001, when they opened the new, back then, Invesco Field, we did rapid soccer, and Reagan's dad was on the team. So the team just got back from their retreat in the mountains. Talk a little bit about that, and talk about, if you want to announce the captain, who they selected.
Yeah, every year we go up to the mountains, and we've gone Steamboat to Aspen to Vail to Breckenridge to Winter Park, everywhere. And this year was kind of Breckenridge's time in the rotation, and great experience as always. Opportunity to bond. The team stays in one big old house that we couldn't afford, but we can afford for a few nights on a Airbnb style. But they did a great job up there with some really good team bonding events. And we voted for captains, and Jordy Unitas will be our captain this year. We feel that there was some other players that I think we're going to really lean on because it is difficult. Rachel Rosen was a captain by herself in 2022 and really kind of set us on this path of success we've had. So I think Jordy's in that category. Just the quality of goalkeeper is, quality of leader, but obviously being an All-American and so forth. But we feel we have some really good underclassmen that we can mentor, because Jordy will be going pro, after the season in the January window. So we're going to need some people that are going to be stepping up in the spring.
Speaking of Jordy going pro, obviously a lot of things have happened in the last, really in the last 6 months with the Denver Summit FC. Talk a little bit about, obviously, professional soccer. Now the NWSL is coming to Denver. There's a team. They start playing next year. Taylor Flint is playing with Louisville right now and having a great season. Just talk a little bit about the how everything's kind of changing.
It's crazy, and I think the Denver Summit was out at our training last week, actually the first day of training, just kind of taking some pictures of the mountains as they're recruiting, because they're recruiting as well. They got to field a team here pretty soon. They'll be getting going in full force in January. They just hired their coach today, Nick Cushing, a great hire, a lot of success with Man City in the Women's Super League in England. So they're doing it right with their training facility down in Dove Valley till their eventually in 3 years probably their permanent facility in downtown Denver. I mean, they are doing it right. the people they've hired for their Kurt Johnson, their general manager, with a lot of experience with the North Carolina Courage and success there. So they're doing it right. And I don't think it's a coincidence that some of these players like Taylor and some other players with Colorado connections are getting lots of contract extensions right now. But from the people we hear, I mean, this is where people want to be. And it's not unlike CU in that sense. So I think for some of our players and some of our recruits are like, man, if I had an opportunity to play professional soccer in front of 14, 15,000 people in downtown Denver, that sounds pretty cool. So we're excited to support them. And they're collaborating. They're doing, since the second they got the franchise for $125 million just to get the franchise, to now they have done everything spot on with the coaching, the front office, the training location, the game, the stadium location. They just signed their first player, Allie Watt, who's played at Texas A&M. We recruited her hard back in the day, but a Colorado Springs product. She'll finish out the season with Orlando, but she'll come in next year. So they're doing it right, and we're excited to get out to matches next spring.
It's got to be an advantage for recruiting just to. I mean, it just gives you something else to kind of draw people in. Hopefully it can.
It won't hurt, and that's for sure. I mean, talking to people, that's what I say to recruits. I go, if you could play for any team in the NWSL, who would you want to play for? I'm like, well, I'd love to play in Denver. I go, well, we can make it very simple. Boulder's 45 minutes away. We can kind of get you prepped before you head down there. But in all seriousness, I think it's a place that people want to gravitate to. It's a place people want to live. At the end of the day, it's not all about soccer all the time, but an opportunity to live in Denver, be a part of the community, and start in a league. But in the league, as you can learn with some of these teams that come in, if you're willing to invest and you're willing to do it right, like Kansas City Current and some of these other places.
Yeah, the Buffs got to play. You played the Big 12 tournament was in Kansas City Current Stadium last year.
I mean, they've invested big time, and it's not a shocker that they're like the runaway leaders for the best record in the league right now. So I think, as we know in pro sports, if you invest to do it right, you're going to be successful.
Yeah, it's exciting times for sure with all of the things going on with soccer, and then of course, with the Buffs starting their season, obviously Michigan State coming to town next week. I know you don't want to look ahead, but obviously tune up tonight against Colorado College, and then really Michigan State, an NCAA tournament team. They'll come in ranked, I believe, 12th in the preseason poll. Just talk about Michigan State.
Well, they're fantastic. They've Sweet 16 the last 2 years, either a regular season or a Big Ten tournament titles the last 2 years. A great coach, Jeff Hostlers, is a D2 guy like myself, came from Grand Valley and has done a fantastic job there. It's going to be a huge challenge for us. And we can look ahead a little bit because, tonight is important, but tonight's really about getting ready for next Thursday. So we know.
And you always schedule, always schedule tough in the non-conference.
These are games we have to get, and it's great for them, and it's great for us, and we'll return to them next year. So to get a home and away with a top 15 program is huge for us. No matter what happens, we have 18 games after it, but an opportunity at home with hopefully a big crowd on a Thursday night at Prenup. We're excited for it, but like you said, it's all about tonight and getting the team kind of acclimated and playing together, and it will be on. The game will be on ESPN Plus. We're not trying to hide anything.
Yep.
Everybody knows. I think the people are aware of Jordy and the twins and Ava and some of these other players. It's not like a big secret. These are key players for us, but we're excited to be able to bring the game tonight to our fan base, the ones that can't make it out, and then hopefully build some momentum for next Thursday. Yeah,
it's an exciting time for sure, and looking forward to the season. Thank you, as always, for your time, and don't forget season tickets still available, so make sure you get your season tickets.
$75.
There's a scarf for the season ticket holders.
I'm not a math major. $75, and if you count tonight's game, that's 13 games we have at home. So do the math. Somebody back in the studio office, nobody can help us with the math on that. But it's a good deal, free parking, a good entertainment, lots of place for the kids to play behind the goals, and the new concessions, new it's a cool place to be. So we're hoping to get big crowds out this year.
Yeah, it's not bad out there at all, and of course you can get yourself a beverage, and
they have those as well. Yes,
they have those as well. Yeah. Come on out to the matches, and as always, you can follow Buffs all season long at cubuffs.com/soccer, and we'll see you next week.